ethics. So you're going to get into way more of this when you take media law and ethics. So I'm not really going to spend a lot of time dealing with some of kind of these broader ethical problems. I do want to really touch on two just because I want you to be thinking about them from the very beginning. We kind of covered invasion of privacy already. I think everybody understands why withholding information unless someone pays you is not a great idea. Things like conflict of interest, again, I think we've kind of covered that in what we've talked about. And being deceitful, like, you know, again, not necessarily really into moral absolutism, but I think, you know, we generally would agree that being a deceitful person is probably not great. Incorrect and incomplete information, again, that's if you are being negligent and you're not publishing correct information, or you're publishing some information but you're holding some back in order to protect somebody, and, you know, out of like self-interest or out of interest to them. So I think those are kind of, you know, in broad strokes, pretty clear cut. But there's a couple things that I really want to stress. These are things that both come up quite often, but are also things that at times people may not realize that they're doing what they're doing. So please, I cannot stress this enough. If in doubt, cite. If in doubt, you know, tell me where you're getting the information. Tell people where you're getting this information from. Be rigorous when you are using quotations, even if it's paraphrasing. Tell people where it's come from. Do not steal the work of others. And if you are reusing things, please tell people where it's coming from. Do not, under any circumstances, make anything up, especially a quote. I mean, like, the number of people who get caught on this, because here's the thing. We live in a great internet, digital information age, right? There's tons of information out there. And so you might think there's so much out there that no one's going to know that I took this sentence from somewhere else. It's not a matter of if you get caught, it's a matter of when you get caught. And the longer you do it, the more embarrassing it's going to be when you do get caught, and the stakes are going to be higher. Just start right now. Don't plagiarize. Just tell people where you've gotten your information. There is no shame in using other people's information as long as it's properly used. Because the thing is, like, people are savvy. People are going to figure it out. And you don't want to get caught in that situation. So please learn now what that means to be plagiarizing. Please, like, if you are caught now, like, please take it to heart. And if you are given like tips on how to like let's make sure this doesn't happen again, like, please take on board that what we're trying to do here when you're in school is to make sure that you don't get in the situation like, you know, Sean King doing a lot of great work, and then it turns out that he's stealing the work of women of color who, like, they're having a hard time getting their work published, and here's Sean King just taking their work and using it without any attribution. So that's then damaged his, like, his credibility and all the good work he's trying to do. You don't want that to be you. So please, I cannot stress it enough, and that's why I wanted to bring it up right now. Learn early not to plagiarize and what plagiarism really is. The other thing that I want to mention, because again, this is an issue that is more of like in the past 5 to 10 years and is kind of always evolving, but how do we interact when we're on social media? And do the rules apply to social media the way that they apply in other media and older media? Yes, they do. And people do get caught out. And again, this can ruin people's careers. I do not want that to be you ever. So again, make sure that even if you feel like, oh, this is just social media, it's not a big deal, it's just a tweet, who cares? Someone's going to find it. You try to scrub your social media, they're going to find it. It's cached somewhere. Like, you know, the Wayback Machine exists. Please try to, as much as possible in your life, behave in a way that you wouldn't be embarrassed if someone saw what you did in 2 years and 5 years and 10 years. And yeah, there is growth to be done. And there's absolutely no shame in saying, you know, I didn't realize then what I know now. And again, if you are ever caught, again, the best way to deal with these things is to learn and grow and to own up to it, own it, and say, you know what, that was wrong. And now I'm moving on and moving past it, and I'm going to do better. Because you know what? No one's born knowing everything. Everybody has blind spots. But if you've got like even an inclination that it's wrong or it could hurt someone now, don't post it. Just don't. So please, we're just trying to look out for you starting now so that you don't run into problems later. No matter what you end up wanting to do. So just kind of keep those things in mind. And, you can run through these questions with yourself and make sure that you're always kind of coming out on the right side of the ethical side of the coin. But we will cover a lot of this in a lot more depth and detail when you take media law and ethics. I hope you like my memes because you gotta get used to them. So thanks so much for listening. This is the last chapter, the last set of slides. You don't have to listen to me anymore. I hope you're all doing well and hanging in there, and I cannot wait to see you all back in class next academic year.